Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. Carolina won big on Thanksgiving Day last year. The Cowboys want revenge, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a first down throw. Luck dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times.
Second down, and the offense in search of 6 yards. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Luck on the sneak. Give him 3 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing. But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
It's complete. Flater, right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. A good pickup there at 22.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to the air. Luck on second down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. On 4th down, Luck. And he can't hang on. That would have been a big interception down here in field goal range. But instead, now they'll get a shot at 3. first carry for Matt Forte. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed. Stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyler Eifert, 45 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because it's just what you described. They ran at the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
And now here come the Cowboys. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The one running back is Gurley. The throw is locked. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Love. And that will be incomplete as well. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And it'll be 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was
Probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Play clock winding down. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. They're going to go for it here on fourth. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to go. It's Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw, Rivers. Sets up the screen to Forte. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. And Frank's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, it shifts past him. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll throw underneath for Gurley. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he caught it up, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He completes it to Bryant. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Here's Luck. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the red zone now, Luck. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. This is caught. Watkins. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carolina getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. In order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On first down, this is Forte. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the ground by Forte. 47 yards on the ground. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try to run with Forte. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers, and that's incomplete. Matt Forte, a great receiver out of the backfield, was the intended target. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play? So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every...
And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two. That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Luck now to throw. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Todd Gurley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here, he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fresh set of downs here. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And give him a gain of 37.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again is Luck. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will give the football back. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one.
It got his man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards. At 6'4", Green can be so tough to cover.
Really can. When I watch him play, the word that comes to mind for me is willowy. I mean that in the biggest compliment I can give. His ability to do what the receivers coach subbed out always, uncover at the end of routes. Even if a guy's right there in his shirt, he finds a way to come up with the ball.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Forte, the lone running back. Now they'll run it on the toss. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Flushed out right. He finds Coleman. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Derek Coleman, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey,
under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Play action. It's Luck. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. From the gun on third down, Luck. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
He completes it to Bryant. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Luck. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. The one running back is Gurley. To throw on second down is Luck. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Left side and caught by Flainer. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Luck. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game.